Listen to that.
Alright, so just a reminder, you do have index cards and you do have a full chapter, but I'm going to finish up as much as I can. The good thing is this week's content is not that hard, and you can probably relate to most of it because maybe you haven't, but you probably have experienced stress at some point in your life. I know, it's wild and crazy. In case you don't know what stress is, please let me tell you what stress is. It is the term used to describe the physical, emotional, cognitive, Skylar, need that hood off now, and behavioral responses to events that are appraised as threatening or challenging. Throughout your life, you've had stress. You may have stress about having 57 index cards and a full chapter this week of an outline. But it is the last time you will have a chapter outline. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it is.
It is very exciting. Thank you. By the way, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more weeks of content.
Is that including this one?
Are you
No,
counting
I counted out this one.
Is that okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I just came in 1. So 7 more weeks. And then you're done with outlines forever. And you would have outlined the entire book.
Is that including this one?
It's 8, including this week. But we're already in this week. Hence why we're enjoying the moment together. Stressors, also known as Mickey, are events that cause a stress reaction. Stressors are different for every single person. Something that would stress me out may not stress my girl Skylar out. Skylar, what stresses you out though?
Tests.
Tests? Why? You do so well.
No, I should expect like big like SAT and ACT.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Are you taking it this weekend? No? Good. Living life. So when you wake up at like 10, just giggle because people are like stressing out somewhere here at school. Who's taking it on Saturday? None?
What?
The SAT is this Saturday. No one's taking it? Yeah. If you're a junior and you haven't taken it yet, what the hell are you doing?
I've taken it. I'm just taking
What
myself
up?
later.
You do me a favor, can you go make copies? Alright, so stressors. Mary Kate, what is a stressor for you, my darling? What? It is close. Oh, you lucky duck. This is a scheme. You've devised this scheme. Mary Kate, what's a stressor for you?
If something's like really messy, then
Oh, are you an OCD person?
well, no, but like I usually like it,
Sort of clean? Alright. What is your stressor, James?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I've met your dad. He's a nice guy, though.
Oh yeah, he is.
Very nice. Alright, what else? What is your stressor, Sophia?
Or not.
What?
My mom.
Okay, you
Lorna's enough.
Yeah.
Why?
Just not today.
That's awesome. Okay, so stressors. Distress. So when we talk about stress, there's 2 types of stress. We have distress, which is the negative stress. These are, distress is the effect of unpleasant or undesirable stressors. These are the things that make us perform less, do badly, perform poorly, all those different types of things. It's the type of stress that kind of makes you shut down. Okay? So for instance, a distress for me would be awkwardness. I know I teach in high school. Believe me, I see awkward all the time, but I try to look away. But like in the movies, you know how they have awkward scenes? Like this is like awkward thing and you're like, oh my god. It makes me physically uncomfortable. I literally cannot watch. I literally like scrunch up because it just makes me physically uncomfortable. And McCray thinks it's hilarious that I literally can't watch. So every time there's something like awkward like on TV or we're literally experiencing, he literally will just watch me. Because I make it so much worse because I'm like, oh, just cringing with uncomfortableness. So what would be a distress? Mine is awkward situations. I literally cannot physically handle it. Report cards, sweating it out. Online, they came out today? Is that?
Until 20.
No, I
They
think
said
it's
it was
electronic.
Tuesday, so got early.
They-
Today,
it's
like
today.
today.
I got
was
mine.
about
I saw
that.
mine.
Nice.
Wait, are they out today?
Yeah.
They said like we're releasing them.
I don't know
Friday,
how to
so
get to
Monday.
it. Like, I still haven't figured that out.
Well, if you can't get to it, do you think your parents can get to it?
No, I know they can. I mean, my parents don't check my grades.
Hopefully they're good.
They are.
Okay.
I think
I don't know, AP Psych. I've seen you in AP Psych.
my grades never drop.
I know. Mickey. She gets so concerned. She gets so concerned. All right. Well, no one has any negatives. Like, what do you got, Peyton?
My dad sends me political articles.
Do you agree politically? I would assume you don't.
I do not.
You do not.
I love my dad, but I do not agree with him.
I also do not agree with my dad all the time.
Which side are you on?
Oh my God, you don't get to ask him that question. If he wants to declare it, he'll
I'm on
declare it.
whatever side you want me to see.
So you're a fence walker. That's fine. All right. So distress. I know, but we're not getting into it. We are all America today.
Are we supposed to
Can that
be
be
America every day?
recorded?
Yes, but today we're unified. We have to move forward, ladies and gentlemen. Eustress is the effect of positive events or the optimal amount of stress that people need to promote health and well-being. With that being said, this is when stress makes you perform better. I perform better with deadlines. I'm a boss at deadlines. Okay? With timing, I got it. Like, for instance, one of the things McCrae actually really loves about me, and there's not much, so please listen carefully, is that if we have a dinner reservation, we always talk about, okay, so what time do we need to leave the house? And McCrae says, like, 7:15 we need to leave the house so we can get there by 7:30. I will be ready at 7:15. I am never late. And if I have to do full hair and makeup, which takes a long time, people, like, it takes a lot to get this going. Like, a lot. And if I can't just put my hair up in a knot, then it takes way longer because it doesn't do anything. Anyway, I've never been late for dinner or been late on our little time that we set. I'm on point every single time. My husband's best friend's wife literally cost them $400 because of her tardiness. They got locked out. Some concert venues, like for big people, say you cannot come more than 30 minutes late because they close the doors and you're not allowed in. And they make it clear on the ticket. And this was one of the events. It was very clear. If you are more than 30 minutes late, they will lock the door. They showed up 45 minutes late. And they spent $400 total for those tickets. And the only reason why they were late, traffic was a breeze, is because she couldn't get ready. And she was off all day.
No.
She was off all day, and she just couldn't get it together. Jacob was literally threatening to pick her up from the bathroom and put her in the car because he knew he was going to be late, and they missed the concert or whatever it was. It's $400. It's crazy. Oh my God, McCrae would have just clubbed me over the head and just grabbed my ankle and dragged me to the car. He would have killed me. But eustress, for me, having a deadline, I thrive under deadlines. I always turn in all my stuff on time. I'm always very good. I know how to manage my time effectively. What makes you better with stress? Annie?
Like knowing that I want to go to Colorado State, to push myself.
There you go. There you go. Having that future that you want to go to a specific college or have more options. There you go. Madison, what makes you thrive?
Like, I guess, like, a set schedule. Like, I mean, not, I guess, like, deadlines are included, but,
Mhm.
like, just, like, works the same thing every time.
Oh, so you like me.
Yeah.
So surprising. So surprising. What else? Anyone here a performer? Anyone like being in front of people? There you go. Okay, that is eustress. That you probably do your best in front of people, correct? Okay, having people watching you. That is not where I'm my best. That is not at all. I've thrown up off stage before. Yeah, that's great. I also always trip when I'm in front of people. Every single time. Okay, so cognitive appraisal is number 7 on your focus, by the way. I would fill this in on your focus because it's a multi-level thing. It's number 7, it's on the back. So, what are cognitive appraisal approach? It states that how people think about a stressor determines at least in part how stressful that stressor will become. Now, I asked my 4th period class today if anyone watches this show, and there was literally no sound. And they never shut up. So, I mean, having no sound was shocking. I thought this was like a pretty common show that people liked. I didn't think I was a weirdo for liking it, because I do like shows that no one else likes, but anyone here watch Timeless?
I do.
Thank
It's so
you!
good.
It is so good! Oh, she watches it?
It's
damn.
Wait, is that the one with
Is it good? Do you watch it?
Yeah, I do.
I like it.
Southern one?
No, it's this.
It's
the
really
chick's
good.
really pretty, and
Yeah,
the
she
dude
And
is so cute.
Yeah, I'm so excited that they like kissed in that one episode because like I was waiting for.
I
that the
know,
whole
and
time.
that's why they keep it going. Is
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a
What?
minute again. Okay, so if you haven't seen the show Timeless, it's corny but great. True, not true, Mickey.
True.
Which
I really like corny shows, just in, like in
Yeah.
general.
Really?
Like, if it's like super, like
do you watch This Is Us?
No.
Oh,
That's too.
No,
I
I've
hate
seen
that.
those commercials in
Oh my God,
It
it's
even-
so
it doesn't
good.
even look
But
good.
It's
like,
so
I
good.
don't
No,
care.
it's really good.
Care. Like,
No,
about
you
their
need to
life.
watch. It's so good. Okay, that may be an old people show, but that's fine. It's really good. Anyway, so Timeless, in case you don't know the background of it, Timeless is when there's these 3 people, some historian chick, some like tech person, and then some military guy. They go back in time in different parts of history, and they try to find these bad guys who are trying to mess up history, and they're trying to leave history alone. Basic foundation. Last week's or this week's, I'm not really sure because I record it. It was one where they went back to 1898, the Chicago World's Fair. No? Okay. Where the Ferris wheel was invented. There's an amazing book about the 1898 World Fair. It's called The White City. It's about the America's first serial killer. It's an amazing book. It is like, oh my God. It's about the World Fair too. It's like, it's such a good book. Anyway, I'm digressing. In the TV show, they bumped into Harry Houdini, who was not very famous at the time, and she went up to him. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan." And he's like, "I don't have any fans because he's not Harry Houdini yet, because it's like timeless,
Nerd.
Anyway, so she goes up to him and is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you can put yourself in these trunks, and then aren't you afraid and all that stuff that you're gonna die in there?" And he's like, "I don't think of the fear. I think of the escape."
Wait, is this after she was kidnapped?
No, yeah. This is when they
season
went.
3?
No, season 1.
You're talking about season 1?
There's only been 1 season, Shay.
No, there hasn't.
Yeah.
No.
Timeless.
Yeah. We're talking about the same show. There's 2.
There's 2 seasons.
There's 2 seasons. There's 2, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's 2
Where she gets
seasons.
kidnapped by that one guy. What's his name?
Don't spoil things.
There's 2 seasons, yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah, there's 2
I'm
seasons.
I'm almost 90.
No, it's not. We
There's 2
may not be
seasons.
talking about the same.
We're talking about the same show.
no, we're
She's
not.
angry.
Yes, we
She's
are.
on her
Two
phone
time
making this
traveling
up.
shows like that.
Yeah, like we're talking about this. There's 2 seasons. Alright, like. Okay.
It's called Timeless, and the chick's named Lucy.
Yeah.
There's only 10 episodes.
Okay. Are you on Netflix? Netflix sucks. I don't have everything.
No, I'm looking. I just Googled it, and it came right up. It's NBC.
I've watched the 2nd season, so like.
yeah.
Rethink.
This is the show I'm talking about. I can't believe we're literally stopping at
Is there a British version? They always have
Yeah,
that
they
stuff.
do.
Yeah,
They
we're
do.
talking about the
They're
same
so
thing.
good.
I've watched the 2nd
This is
season of
awkward.
Timeless.
There's so many shows
So,
that
like-
have the British season.
I don't.
This is the show I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know. I know what show you're talking. I watched.
So, cognitive
It's-
appraisal.
Oh, Nick, like hell you, Cameron. It only has to. Okay, yeah.
10 episodes.
There's a 2nd season, right? I've like.
She's gonna find proof.
Yeah, I can pull it out right now.
Go ahead. Let's
Okay.
see it.
Okay.
What does this have to do
This-
with anything?
I have way too much time to teach this whole thing in 1 week. A.
And why is it 57?
Because it could be on the AP exam. It's 10% of the AP exam.
Wow.
That's the most British
I-
I've ever heard you.
most British.
That was the most British I've ever heard James in my time.
What did you say, James?
Bloody hell.
Why, are you that passionate about it?
No, it's just 10% seems a lot in 1 week.
I've never
Nah,
heard you
it's not
more
that bad.
British.
Alright, here we go. Fine. I don't even care. I wanted to share the Harry Houdini quote. That's why I was telling you about the show Timeless. But it clearly went off on a deep and dark tangent that I have been proven right so far via Google, and I think I've been proven right even by Smith's investigation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes!
You're just insane.
I think there's gonna be a second season though, so I got confused because I was excited. Did you watch the whole first season? Have you watched it? Have you watched
Ten
it?
episodes. And she's
So,
obsessed with it.
primary
It's really good.
appraisal.
Yeah, so primary appraisal.
Okay, so depending how you see a situation will react, your stress will be dictated by it. So if you see a stressor as the worst thing in the whole wide world, then your stress level is going to be significantly worse. Like for instance, I think we've all had bad days where you've had a couple things go wrong and then something pretty big goes wrong and you literally have a meltdown. Hello? Yes? Yeah. That's insane.
That's today and then like consistently the past. So.
So you had a big mental breakdown yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Did you just cry in the shower? That's what I do.
Yeah.
The shower.
I love crying in the shower.
Full
It's like, ah.
panic attack last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sit there and cry. That's what I do. It makes me feel better. I'm still functioning, so I guess I'm okay. Okay, so what happens? Sophia. So what happens is when you see a stressor, or when a stressor pops up, you make a primary appraisal of it. And what that means is you assess the severity of the stressor. So say for instance, today is Inauguration Day, so we'll use politics. Okay? So say for instance, Eva says that I hope Donald Trump fails and that someone, you know, I don't want to use that word. She says that. Okay? She said it. I heard it. It was actually really. I'm just kidding. Eva would never say it. I'm just using that as an
That's
example.
illegal now.
What? Say it?
Yeah.
No. Yes, you can't wish it upon someone. So,
Really?
listen to the primary appraisal. So, Eva says it, and I hear it, and I have two choices. A, I can respond and just lose my mind, or B, I can be like, and kind of walk away. Primary appraisal is how much is it going to cost in order to get involved? What is the challenge going to be? Now, if Eva is an over-the-top, super extreme right-wing person, is it worth me getting involved? No. It's just like if you're talking to an extreme left-wing nutcase. We have them on both ends, people. Embrace it. Would it be worthy of my breath? No. But I see her, and I know her to be a rational human being. So I'm going to take that challenge, and I am going to do my secondary appraisal. I hear it. I weigh my pros and cons. Should I say something and should I not? Then my secondary appraisal is how much do I need to do to get involved? If I'm going to call Eva out for saying something like that about hurting a president of the United States, I need to be prepared with facts, with clarity, and the Constitution. So, if I am going to respond to her and call her out and say, oh my God, Eva, whether you like the President of the United States or not, he is still our president. He's still a part of the peaceful transition of power. What we witnessed today, whether you like the man or not, is a beautiful thing that has been existing in our country for 230 years. The fact that Trump and Obama walk down together and Trump and Obama walk out together is a truly beautiful thing. Whether you agree with the man or not, how dare you, Eva, say anything about that, about a president of our country who our people elected. And that's what I would say. But Eva would never say anything. Now, if Eva was trapped in a car, I don't know why I'm picking on you today. Eva was trapped in a car, and I see Eva in a car. I'm like, oh my God, Eva's in her car. oh my God, Eva's car's on fire, that would be a primary appraisal. I see Eva, hey girl, oh my God, your car's on fire. And Eva's like, oh no. Primary appraisal. And I'm like, oh my God, her car. Why aren't you getting out of your car? And she's like, I can't. That would be primary appraisal. Secondary appraisal is, oh my God, I have to help Eva. Okay, so I go over and I take off my shoe. It's a Sperry. I don't think it's going to work that well. And I start playing on the glass. I also pull out my phone and I'm like, 911. So I'm calling them. That is the secondary. It is how much work do I have to do in order to eliminate the stress. And the stress is that your car is on fire and you're probably going to get blown up. That's a pretty big stressor. So primary is, oh my God, this is happening. Secondary is, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? Does that make sense? Hello? I'm so sorry. Okay.
Take the headrest out.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, you know, that's what I said he used.
Like fall in the water too.
Yeah, you wait for your car to fill up, and then the pressure, they will open the door, or you just snatch the window and climb out.
We could save a life here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mythbusters, dude.
Or you go off and
Mythbusters, like,
you
that's
buy like the window spikes that
Yeah.
you're using them.
Or people are using them just to break in cars now. Someone used it on my sister's car and broke in and stole her Patriots lunchbox.
Right.
Not even kidding.
Totally what?
It was a pretty awesome
Did
lunchbox.
it have food in it?
No. But my sister was really
Because
sad.
if it had food in it, then they would be for hunger.
No.
Well, then there was
No, they took out her purse, but they dumped all the stuff out. She didn't have any money in it, so they just left it on the ground.
They must have
But they
felt
took
pretty
the
deflated,
lunchbox.
right?
Huh?
They must have felt pretty deflated.
No one likes to pay. No one likes
I
it.
like the Patriots. I just had to.
No one who's a Patriots fan would make a joke like that.
Deflated. I was like, oh.
I thought you punted over the Patriots. So.
Thank you, Mickey, for chiming in. We really needed your 2 cents on that one. Thank you. All right, catastrophe is a major cause of stress. By the way, if an unpredictable large-scale event happened to you, I think it would create stress in your life, don't you think? If, for instance, your house was burning in flames in Tennessee, what?
Oh, I went there. I went to Gatlinburg right after it happened.
Why is everyone heading to Tennessee once it catches on fire?
No,
You're like the third kid who's like, oh my God, I went
we
after
had
the
already
fire.
planned
My
the
bad.
trip, and we were gonna cancel it, and then we went and we like went right around like the whole place, and we saw all the
How sad, right?
My dad owned one.
My
like
friend,
those
their
kind of
house.
things in the mountain.
the house there that burned the shields, right? Yeah.
Well, that would cause stress.
It was pain.
A lot of stress. And they are going to be very sad. And it could cause post-traumatic stress disorder. People who are living in Tennessee right now are currently coping with that or dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. They've lost their houses, they have lost their livelihoods, no money is coming in, and I think we can all agree Tennessee is not a money-making region.
Sally
Have you seen those like chocolate lollipops in the shape of her boobs? That's a
No, why would I know that?
She's a wonderful woman. She's giving to her community. That's all.
Country, yeah, but it's not specifically in that region, and there's not that many people involved in country music. It's just like saying, you know, it's just not a ton. It's not like it's a major economic center. It's not like there's a ton of money in the region. I mean, times are tough in Tennessee. Times are tough in West Virginia. Times are tough in Kentucky, and stuff like that. It's just, there's not a lot of money there, and to have a catastrophe like this happen is only going to cause more issues. Typically, when we talk about post-traumatic stress or PTSD, you're typically talking of your military. That's the most common way we hear about, but it can be triggered by any type of event. Anyone here ever been in a really severe car accident? Okay, terrifying, correct? And whatever it was that you got into a car accident. So, while we were still up in Massachusetts, while we were living, I was like 10th grade, I think this was. We were driving in my mom's minivan, Avi, because we were in 10th grade. and we were going over a hill, and there was slush in the roads, and we were over in Bellingham, Massachusetts, which you really don't care about the detail. There was a huge hill coming down, and my mom was going slow. Well, the problem is there was that truck right behind us, like a big 18-wheeler, and they hit a pile of slush in the middle of the road, and the whole truck lost traction and slid into our car. And we were on this big bridge kind of thing, and we were about maybe a foot from being thrown off the bridge. The whole van did 3 rolls with all 5 of my immediate family in it.
And you?
Yeah, I mean, we survived. All of us were wearing our seatbelts, thankfully. But I mean, like, it rolled 3 times and literally almost went off the edge. Like, it was like the scariest thing in the whole wide world. So much so that my parents started looking for a place in Florida that following summer. So here we are now, and that was a huge reason. The stress of driving in the snow. We've had to go back a couple times during the winter. And I can tell you now, my mom, who was driving that day, will not outright refuses to drive in the snow. Just won't. And she's been up in the winter. She had to go back 3 or 4 times. And she purposely doesn't go in the snow. Visiting the north in the snow is really not that fun unless you're going to a ski town, people. But she just won't. And that's not exactly post-traumatic stress, but immediately after, isn't it haunting? You can't really do anything and you keep getting flashbacks, stuff like that. Annie?
I have like a serious issue with like eyes or anything like poking eyes because like 2 times in my life, like one time my brother was like fishing in front of me and he got this like the hooks that are like 4 prongs like in my eye.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like in my eye, through my eye and my eyelid and my eyebrow and stuff, and it was stuck.
Ew, can we be done with this? Can we be done?
I hate no, it did not come out, so it took hours for it to come out. Hours.
You didn't go to a doctor?
We were in the Keys. There was no doctors for miles, 30 miles. We couldn't.
I don't know. My eye is wounded. Sounds like a pretty good example.
So I say it when.
All right, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We don't care. We don't care. That is so unsettling. Everyone in this room is now uncomfortable.
Like,
I find that same.
so it's even better. Oh,
Yeah.
and the second time my eye.
No.
I want to hear.
I want to hear.
All right, here we go. So another major cause of stress is major life events. So I'm happily married most days, and no, that's not true. He's so cute. Anyway, I am married. I will tell you, McCray and I have been together for 10 years. We were together 6 years before our actual wedding. And so we knew that we wanted to be with each other. But I will tell you right now, planning a wedding is not fun. Like, at all. And, like, at all. Dress shopping is awful. Those little suckers are heavy. And, like, you try on, like, so many. It's not fun. The whole process is not fun. Picking where people are sitting, what people are doing. Oh, my God. The whole situation is awful. I'm sorry if I'm, like, ruining your excitement for your future, but it's really awful. And it's stressful because it puts a lot of pressure on the relationship. When you're planning a wedding, it does not bring out your best side. Because it's dealing with family drama, and there's family drama in every family. It is dealing with managing your friends and family, which some people just cannot be managed. And you're also dealing with things you've always thought you wanted your whole life, correct? I mean, boys even have an idea, like, oh, I would never do that at my wedding. McCray showed up with ideas, which I was not expecting. And all these types of things. And, of course, you have to figure out a way you're going to pay for everything. Your parents probably aren't going to pay for your whole wedding. So, like, all of those things combined make it a pretty terrible event, but a great time. Does that make sense? So it's not as glorious. Picking your college, your future is also pretty damn terrifying. Can we agree? And if you pick the wrong college, you're going to have a terrible life. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
This
kidding.
is why I had a panic attack last night.
College?
Yes.
It's a pretty good reason. It's better than, like, over a boy or something. That's so stupid. College is a good reason. That's your whole life. All right, but major life events can cause by stress. So people who are struggling under the pressures of life are going to take an assessment called the Social Readjustment Rating Scale, which is an assessment that measures the amount of stress in a person's life over a 1-year period resulting from major life events. No matter what your life is, you're always going to have major life events. Like for instance, 2017 does not look like it's gonna be a crazy year, but like major life events is for me coming up. I'm going to Vegas for the first time. I will be in Vegas for Grace Owens' graduation. I didn't know graduation was May 19th. Did you know that?
Wait, you're going to Vegas?
I didn't know. McCray booked us a trip.
I'm not happy.
I'm not saying like your birthday, your graduation party, but on your graduation, I won't even be there.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
No, I'm not. I'm not inviting myself to your house on your graduation.
I thought you were saying that I'm having a graduation in Vegas, and I was like, what? I'm definitely not.
No, I'm not going to be at graduation. This will be the first time I ever miss one. And this will be the first year here at Pine High School I actually know more than 10 people walking across the stage. I know, in years past I only taught like 10 or 12 seniors because at NAP Psych. This year I'll know about half the graduating class. I found that out today that I'm not going to be there. It's okay. But I'm looking at like major life events and stuff like that and how you kind of cope and kind of deal with it. College, undergraduate stress scale. When you go to college, no matter if you pick the perfect college for you, no matter what, it's going to be a hard transition. Even if you're going to school knowing a bunch of people, it's going to be a hard transition. Even if you go to school here at UT or USF, it's going to be a hard transition. Just because of the stress of it all, the gravity of it all, the fact that when you graduate on May 19th, you're no longer in your youth, ladies and gentlemen. You're grown-ups. You are no longer children. Isn't that exciting?
Still won't be 18.
Yeah, neither one.
It's okay, but you're no longer. When you're in high school, you're a kid.
It'll be right after
When you show up to graduation, you walk out. You're little adults. That's so nice. Isn't that exciting?
No.
Your childhood is over.
That's depressing.
The fun and the freedom of it all is over.
Freedom.
Oh, well, when you start having to pay bills, girl, it is bittersweet. You get way more freedom, way more cost.
Way less fun.
No, college is fun. Yeah, just don't graduate college. That's better. Just don't. Just keep collecting degrees. Just keep adding them. That's what I would do. If I won the lottery today, I'd still probably teach, I think. Or I'd go back to school and just collect degrees.
Just for a hobby.
Yeah, I think it'd be so much fun.
Kind of strange.
Why? Just go and sit and just like read and like learn and collect degrees. I think it'd be so cool to have just a wall in my house that is just degree after degree. You don't think that'd be cool?
Probably make people uncomfortable.
I like it. I know. I just like learning. I like sitting there and seeing people who know what they're talking about and who are clear leaders and being able I think it'd be cool to go to university and just collect degrees. 2-3 years for a master's or whatever. 2 years to get a bachelor's once you have your AA. Like, I could do that. Live in a city, live in Austin for a couple years, live in Boston for a couple years, go to New York for a couple. That'd be so much
What's your
fun.
retirement plan?
I'm going to Austin.
No, I won't be able to afford college. Huh?
I'm going to Austin to visit.
Nice. I just think it'd be fun. That's what I would do. It is a wonderful place. I grew up there.
What?
Boston?
I visited
Well, both.
Austin.
But all
Oh, you said Austin. Oh, I thought you said Boston. You could understand the misconception here. Hassles. Our daily life annoyances.
Traffic.
This morning I had a hassle. McCray has been home all of this semester so far. Next week he starts being out of town. He'll be out of town for the next 5 weeks. However, for the last 3 weeks, I wake up at 5:07 every morning. And I wake up and I go get my little man and I take him outside so he can go pee. Then we come in and then I make myself a coffee. And then McCray opens the door and he's like, "Oh, is it coffee time? Can I have a cup of coffee?" So I have like a fancy, so you gotta like grind the coffee and you gotta pack it and you gotta grind the coffee and pack it and then you have to like steam the milk and all that stuff. My husband's an idiot. He bought like a crazy expensive coffee machine. Anyway, so I've been his little barista every single morning. So I wake up early, I take the dog out, I feed the dog, I clean up, I make 2 coffees every morning, only get to drink 1, then I have to clean the coffee station. But he's like, but at least we get to spend time together. I'm the one doing all the work. That's a hassle. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal, but it's annoying. What's a hassle you have, Smith?
Cats.
True.
How are cats your hassle?
You gotta clean their poop. I have this one crazy one that poops everywhere. So
Hi, come in. That just
gotta
everywhere?
Clean them, feed them. Yeah, like she'll have these like spells in like the middle of the night. Like I'll be sleeping and she'll like meow like these like really loud meows, and then she'll poop on the couch or like on the floor or like.
Is there something wrong?
You know, no, we took her to the vet, like, we checked out her intestines and everything, like, everything's working fine. She's just, I think she has schizophrenia or something.
No, schizophrenia does not cause ramping pooping around. By the way, thank you for keeping it really classy.
Like,
Oh, there's a piece of wood in the door. Yeah.
Hassle.
What else is a hassle you have, Hannah? What's a hassle?
These index cards that I have to do this weekend.
You're not alone in that. My whole 4th period in unison said index cards together. It was kind of beautiful. Then they scoured at me, and then it was not so beautiful. What is a hassle you have, Mia?
Traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Traffic when you're running things out.
Oh, you gotta do have traffic. Because if you leave after 6:50, you're screwed. And you do. I doubt you get here as early as I do. Yeah. Yeah. What is a hassle of yours, Sophia?
Studying.
No, you can't say studying.
What's that noise?
Yeah, but like it's like a life thing. Your mother, you can't say that either.
Don't know.
What do you got, Eva?
Little brothers will always.
How fast time goes. Oh, girl, you're not ready for it then. Why? It's not going as fast as I need it right now.
No,
Let's
like
just
I
talk
mean,
about
like
that.
after school, like when you're like trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Like it's 1 o'clock and you're like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Why am I so late? And then you kind of, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Bella, what is one hassle?
Like homework and stuff.
Homework?
The outlines for sure. Hassle.
Why do you
It's
accept
gone.
her?
That's
Because
my-
you're specific. You can't just say.
Okay.
You gotta be specific. Alright. So everyday sources of stress is pressure. Here at Plant High School, you people have lots of pressure on you. For instance, you have to take like 1,000 APs to be here at Plant High School, correct? Okay, now some of you do fall into that, some of you don't, but at the end of the day, the culture is to take like 100 APs, correct? Alright, so that is pressure. Every person in this room has pressure from their parents, including myself. My mom asked me yesterday, so when is this grandbabies thing happening? Mom,
Still?
it's literally Thursday, Mom. It's Thursday. It's a random Thursday. She's like, well, just asking. Okay, so pressure from society. We all have this certain idea that how we're supposed to act, behave, look like due to society. We all have an idea of what we think our parents want us to look like, think like, act like, behave. It sounds like Peyton's dad's really trying to get that think component with all of your articles about politics. Okay, all of that is pressure. Does anyone getting pressured about colleges, about where to go? Not just to go to college, but to a specific college. Where's your family want you to go, James?
Well, I want to go back home to England, and so trying to make sure I go to the University of Surrey.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Business.
Is there your family from? Did your family graduate from there?
No, none of them did, but none of them graduated in England. But it's just kind of around the area I used to live, and it has programs that would fit the business, the life I'm going to.
There you go. All right. And your parents don't want that, or do want that?
That would be kind of the perfect one. I've just got to get offers.
There you go. Well, that is the challenge. What? Who else is getting pressured to go to a specific? Annie?
My dad has this like phrase and says there's only 19 schools that you're able to go to, and they're all in Florida. Like absolutely has to be in Florida.
So is that why you just want out of Florida?
Mhm.
That's my girl. Fight the man. Just want something
And,
that's just
and
not.
my uncle says the same exact thing. Like they're ghosts of each other. It's like 19 schools, 19 schools, it's all that.
Your uncle had that much over your cup.
Oh, he screams at me every time I go over. I'm like, I don't talk to you ever, and you tell me you have to go to a Florida college. I don't even know you.
Uncontrollability is where we'll take next. This is what gives me the most stress. I don't like not being in control. Absolutely at all. I hate my birthday. I hate it with an absolute passion. I cry every year on my birthday because something terrible goes wrong. And last year was no excuse. I literally cried and cried and cried and literally held it over McCray's head all year long. My man didn't even make a dinner reservation for my birthday. Nothing. He acknowledged it. So I woke up on my birthday and he's like, so where do you want to go to dinner tonight?
And you cried?
Well, he didn't plan anything. He didn't organize anything. The only thing he wanted to do was to go to the casino with his friends. With me, because it was my birthday.
All year he regretted that.
Oh, all day, all year. But this year, he's doing so well. He's doing so well. He has really put in the time and the effort.
What is asking you what you want to do? Like, I know there is a motive there, but doesn't that give you kind of more control?
I have no problem with him asking me where I want to go to dinner. The
Not
morning of my
yeah,
birthday is really not that time.
understand.
If he asked me, even 3 days ahead, I would have given him a very simple answer. I would have happily told him exactly where I want because I'm not confused about where I want to go. But he didn't ask, so I was like, oh, my man's got a plan. My man did not have a plan at all.
Today was no plan.
None.
Wait till you woke up, he asked you where you wanted to go to dinner, and he started
Well, no,
crying.
it's like, I was like, well, didn't you make a reservation? And he's like, no, I thought we'd make the decision together.
And then you cried.
And then I was like, and he's like, yeah, and then we're gonna go to the mall and pick out your birthday gift.
Oh, that is a
That's a
lot
no-no.
worse.
And then you
I
cried.
wouldn't even do that. To
Now, I will say, my man knows how to throw money at a problem, but that's not okay. That's not okay. So don't worry. He's doing really well so far this year. He's doing really well. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Is today your birthday?
No. It is not my birthday. Oh my god, on inauguration day? Because my birthday is coming and he's already started planning.
Oh wait, you know what? This came up in conversation.
No, I'm not. I am not.
Somebody told me what it is.
What?
Well, I'm not. You don't want to say
What date is my
Yeah.
birthday? Oh, it's really not that exciting. And no, we're not talking about it. Frustration! No, it's not a school day, so it doesn't even matter.
That's
You
so
don't need
funny.
to.
That actually came up in conversation.
Why is that a thing?
I don't, because everybody knows you don't want anyone to.
So then it just makes it more appealing to know.
Looked up your wedding photos.
I know.
They were cute.
I remember there was one day where you were like, I don't want to do
No.
anything, and everybody was pressuring you to tell us at least your zodiac sign.
I get bullied frequently. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Madison?
I can give you a hint.
No one is asking for a hint, Grace.
Right.
This conversation
I
has
want a
moved
hint.
on, Grace. Frustration is what you're going to see is a psychological experience produced by the blocking of a desired goal or fulfillment of a perceived need. Everyone in this room has felt frustrated at some point, correct? You will feel frustration throughout your entire life.
Right.
So you might as well cope. Start coping now with it. There's going to be big setbacks and frustrations. There'll be small ones along the way. Frustration and uncontrollability is where I spend most of my stress. What are your two big things? Out of those three, what are your two big things that have the biggest effect on you? Bella, which two have the biggest effect on you? All three play a role because everyone has pressure, everyone has uncontrollability, everyone has frustration. But what of the two is the one that affects you the most?
Uncontrollability.
Are you a control freak too?
I just don't like change and stuff. It freaks me out. I hate it.
I don't like change either. See, we're good. Skylar, what are you?
Uncontrollability. I hate when people do stuff for me. Like, I have to do it, you know?
Alright. I thought you were more a little low key.
No, like, if my mom packs my lunch,
I'm so stressed out. Like that's so weird, but like I just can't open her lunches.
Why? Does she not cut it in the right way? Does she not cut off the crust?
She puts like the worst food. Like she literally goes to the back of the pantry to find the food that like never gets